The Daytona 500 is brought to you locally by American Equipment.
Fox Deportes. The Big Ten Network. Speed. Fuel TV. FoxSports.com. Fox Soccer. FSN. And Fox Sports. The greatest collection of sports properties in the world.
We are Fox Sports!
Hey y'all, it's racing day, so loud out here I can't hear a thing. Man, the fans are going wild. These drivers came to rock, and no place else but Fox knows how to do it NASCAR style.
Buggity, buggity, buggity! Let's go racing, boys!
Hey, now we can go race day. Don't you be going slow. Keep that pedal down on the floor. Push it to the crowd, can't take no more. Then there, since the flag came down, be heard to the last lap around. Worked all week, it's time to play. Gonna get a little bit sideways. Hey, since the flag came down, be heard to the last lap around. Worked all week, it's time to play. Gonna get a little bit sideways.
It's one of the great scenes in all of sports. It's America's greatest race, the 53rd running of the Daytona 500. One driver's dream will be realized today. A high honor will come with high risk and high speed. And these are more than just men behind the wheel. They take on an almost superhero-like look with powers that few can master. And we will watch them try and master this newly repaved track here at the Daytona International Speedway. Welcome to the Daytona 500 pre-race show delivered by Pizza Hut. And thanks for being with us. You can see where we are to try and get closer to the action. Along with Darrell Waltrip, Jeff Hammond, I'm Chris Myers, and Darrell, it feels great to be in the middle of it all for the Daytona 500.
You talk about energy. We got energy here today, don't we, gang? That's right. They got horsepower, we got energy.
We got a lot in the show, and of the millions and millions of people who drive these men today, they're the best of the best in the biggest race you can run in. What can we expect?
Well, in the race today, you can expect a lot of really fast cars. That's one thing I've been seeing down here. Speed's well over 200 miles an hour. But these guys have got to focus. They got to concentrate. They got to be physically fit, and they got to be mentally tough if they're going to drive into Victory Circle today.
They're knights in painted armor this time. And these guys are getting ready to lock up and do something we've never seen them before. I mean, this tandem drafting, what we've been able to see between Kurt Busch and, Jeff Burton, all these things today, totally unpredictable.
It's the opening kickoff and the Super Bowl all rolled into one day and a few hours, and some of the storylines we'll be watching all afternoon. It's been a busy speed week here in Daytona. NASCAR's most popular driver, Dale Earnhardt Jr., winning the pole, but then he crashed in practice, so he will start now from back of the pack. And the new look, Kurt Busch, 2 for 2, won the Budweiser shootout last weekend, along with Jeff Burton flexed his muscle with a win in the Gatorade Duel on Thursday. And then Friday night, 10 years to the night, that bittersweet Daytona 500 win. Michael Waltrip wins an exciting truck race, dedicating it to Dale Earnhardt. And yesterday, Tony Stewart edging out Clint Boyer by 7 one-thousandths of a second, had 3 fingers in the air honoring Earnhardt. And we're looking at another dramatic finish today, I would suspect.
You know, Chris, all weekend down here, it's like the first time these guys ever came here, I'm sure, back in 1959. There's been the wow factor. 2 cars going around here closing on a pack at 15, 20 mile an hour faster. These guys have got to have lightning fast reflexes today if they're going to get in Victory Circle.
And Chris, the thing is, when we've been talking about it, the guys you least expect to work together have been working together. You take Kurt Busch and Regan Smith in the first 150, followed by Jeff Burton and Clint Boyer, who were teammates. Today is who can get you to the start-finish line at the end of this race is what's going to be going on.
And they're still trying to figure things out on this new surface. When the drivers hit the road today, even though it is a smoother surface at speeds of maybe up to 200 miles per hour, things could get bumpy because since '79, this is the first time this legendary track actually has a new pavement. And after the potholes delayed the race last year, They took the 4-inch of asphalt, tore it up. They used $20 million and 50,000 tons of new asphalt. The repaving was finished in December, and now the track is smooth and ready to go. And live pictures from today after they did all that. That's the way it looks. And boy, the reaction has been terrific from the drivers so far. Everybody's talking about it, even people who can't talk, like a fish named Freddie. They took him out for a ride in his bowl on the 31-degree banking in the corners here at Daytona. And not a drop was spilled. The fish was not harmed in the taping of this demonstration, and NASCAR did not impound the fish for post-race inspection. But we wanted to check it out firsthand, so we did it Fox style.
Now, this is a smooth track. Wouldn't you agree, sir?
Haven't spilled a drop yet. You know, you're a pretty good driver. You talk a lot, but keep your eye on the road. Hey, driver, isn't that Jeff Hammond? Shouldn't we pick him up?
Why would I do that? I'm the one that dropped him off there. I love it.
We eventually picked up Hammond, as you can tell. Be pretty smooth there, Dell, around the track. How will drivers, you didn't have to draft with anybody. How are guys going to decide who they can count on?
There's one word that these drivers have used to explain this racetrack. It's smooth, just like this tabletop, but grip. This thing has more grip than Spider-Man.
But the thing is right now, Daryl, what is kind of like totally different, the way these guys are communicating right now, Chris, a lot of them are talking to one another. Teammates especially have a special switch on their radios, and they can talk to one another, help coach each other around this racetrack, when they need to make the switch to cool their engine down, and what move that's going to come up next. So that'll be something I'll be watching during this 500-mile race.
Yeah, and as you can tell, it's sunny, warm, a light breeze right now, so the weather shouldn't be a factor. Hope you're enjoying the pre-race show delivered by Pizza Hut, and we have a lot more coming up. Here's what's around the turn as we continue live from Daytona. Have at it, boys. Remember, that's what they were told last season, and that's what they did. We're going to knock out 2010's hottest feuds. And speaking of hot, everybody knows that winning 5 championships in a row is tough, right? Let's ask somebody who knows. Hear what else these champs have to say about Jimmy's amazing run. Plus, we'll have live performances from Brad Paisley and Dirk Bentley, and Kevin Harvick will be with us here, sporting his new gear. And as you know, 10 years ago, NASCAR lost a legend. Today, we will look back at the Intimidator's final day. You can see all your heroes right here as we count you down to the start of the great American race. Glad you're watching the Daytona 500 pre-race show delivered by Pizza Hut live from the infield at Daytona.
Nothing compares